There. Hey, what's up traders, welcome back to Forex Gym, and this is Daily Forex Analysis for today on Friday. So we're doing this our live Daily Forex Analysis, which is gonna be the last one for this week, but again we're gonna start doing the live Daily Forex Analysis from Monday again. So those who don't know me, my name is George. I'm an independent Forex trader, and I do this Daily Forex Analysis Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. UK time, so 5 times a week, where I analyze the currency pairs and also answer questions, everything about trading related, as well as any requests from you guys if you want me to have a look at any other currency pairs which is not mentioned in here in this. So I pre-select 3 currency. Oops. Too much peanuts. So I pre-select the 3 currency pairs, and then after that I answer the audience questions, which generally works out about 6, 7, or 8 currencies, depending if you are very active. So generally, yeah, it works out about 6, 7, or 8 currencies I end up analyzing on top of these. Apart from these 3 currencies. So we do have 1.5 hours on this live stream, and every other live stream we do have the 1.5 hours. However, if we are very quiet, if the chart is too quiet, then I will be signing out earlier than 1.5 hours. But we do have this time to analyze. So guys, don't be shy, just say hello, and we can interact with each other, and it's gonna make it more fun and more kind of entertaining and more enjoyable in a way. First Dream, hello. That's a nice name, First Dream. And so we're gonna start with this. So I pre-selected these 3 currency pairs in here: Euro against Australian dollar, followed by US dollar Canada, and lastly British pounds against Japanese yen. What about Euro against USD? Yeah, I can analyze the Euro against USD, not a problem at all. So any requests on the audience side, I will be applying them later. Sarang, good morning, depending where you are, or afternoon or evening, depending on what place you are. So good to have you back. So let's see who else is in here. So I'm gonna start analyzing, and I'm gonna come back to the for the chart later. So see the so I'm going to start with the Euro against Australian dollar, and then followed by all the other currencies I just mentioned earlier. And we already have one request, which is Euro against USD. So I'm going to have a look at this as well. So starting with it, Euro against Australian dollar. So this one has not particularly moved much. I did analyze this pair for I think it was a couple of days ago, and we've seen that pretty much kind of similar picture in here. So the price came down to these strong supports. I think it was like first time last week or week before it was down to this one. We had this strong reaction towards upside, which was the retracement, and then it came down again to test this this support again, and we bounced on pretty much this week, and then we are putting this indecision candles. So the price is not really doing much for the last 2-3 days. We've seen these candles in here. We have the sort of a doji, inverted hammer, and also today is not really moving much, and there's a question if it's going to do anything much today, because it's already on Friday. We are already on Friday, and generally on Friday what happens, we are active on the morning time, and then after that it slowly dies down. So generally I would say between 8 a.m. to somewhere about midday it's more active, and then it generally dies down because it's Friday and the market's gonna be closed end of this today. So far, let's go have a look at the 4-hour time frame. And yeah, as I say, if you're new to this channel, I do top-down approach. So if when it comes to the day trades, I do start from the daily time frame and then come down to the 4-hourly and 1-hour time frame, and looking for the potential for the entries, then analyze the stop losses and the targets, and where the anticipate where the markets might move on the particular currency pair. So in this case, so we are on a 4-hour time frame right now. the way it looks like, I would be positioning myself toward the downside on this one, even on the 4-hour time frame, because the price is was making marginal new highs in here, and then each time it made this marginal new high, it has this strong reaction toward the downside. So now we're seeing this reaction towards downside, and this last 3 candles, these 3 4-hourly candles, we can see it looks very weak. It's trying to push a little bit higher, but it's not really coming, it's not really going anywhere. So that shows me that there's a lot of weakness going on in here, and I do think the price will eventually push down. And also we do have the trends now turned towards the downside. This will be big trend, and there's a good chance that the price probably gonna collapse at some points towards the downside. However, I would be positioning on this one more of a day trade. So let's have a look at the 1-hourly time frame. Let's see what we got on 1-hourly time frame. Okay, on the 4-hourly, on the 1-hourly, so we have this nice down move. Then this one looks like sort of a retracement actually in here. Just a matter of, yeah, I was looking at this earlier, and I do want to see the price pushing up a little bit higher. So 67, roughly about 67.60 zone. I believe we do have a daily pivot up to this level as well, which is not touched yet. I was looking on my MetaTrader account, so I can't put the pivots in here, but we do have a daily pivot somewhere around this level at 67.60. So price got pretty close, but I did not quite get there. And also we do have these highs in here, so I would be looking for the price to push up. That's up to this another 25 pips, and then we'll be looking for the short trade. So let's call the level at 167.60. And as of the stop losses goes, we're gonna position it up to this level. So we're looking about 20 pips. We're looking for 20 pips stop loss. So we're gonna put our stop loss around here. By the way, 20 pips stop loss on this one is pretty good because this currency the range on this currency is very wide. It can move a lot. So the 20 pips on this one is very good. And as of the targets goes, let's look at the targets. So we're getting at 60. So if you want to play a bit more safer, then I would say that have a target up down to this level. So generally when the price does like to return to this lows, which already been tested, so it's already came down, tested again, and there's a good chance the price will make its way down to this level, and most likely probably going to break this level and continue and further down. But if we take the trade at 167.60 with a 20 pip stop loss down to this level at 6600 or 6702 or 03, then you would be looking about 1 to 3 risk reward, so that will be good on this particular. But if you want to hold it to further down, because there's a good chance the price will break that level and continue at least down to 65.50, so where this prior strong support level is, which is down to this level. But it's unlikely going to happen today, so you might if you want to hold the position down to this level, then you're gonna the chances of this pair getting down to this level today is very slim. So it's gonna be for the next week, unless if you are happy with that, to leave the trades over the weekend and down to this level, then you can do that. Other than that, you can leave the target up to this about 167.03 sort of zone on that level. So it's up to you. So I'm going to write the levels on the chat box, so don't worry about if you missed any of what I just said. So let's write Euro AUD, type is sell, so entry was at 167.60, so that's an entry, 167.60. The potential entry, it doesn't have to be the exact level. I would say it's a potential entry, so about around that number, but it can differ in a few pips, so it's nothing wrong with that. So don't take it as the exact metrics, so to speak. So 20 pips. Oops, let's stop loss SML. 20 pips and targets. First, let's have okay, target. Let's just write one target. Be easier. So 6703. Call it 6703. So we're looking for there about 1 to 2 risk rewards. If the price decides to come up to that level, so we're looking for 1 to 3, around 1 to 3 risk rewards. And if you want to hold the position further down to the daily support, the strong support level further down, down to around 65-50 zone, you can, but unlikely the price will get down to that level today. So you have to it's gonna roll over the weekend, and it's most likely gonna get to this level probably next week if the price decides to go down. So if you're happy with waiting for the rolling over the price, the trade over the weekend, then you can leave it in there. So we got Euro USD. Thanks, appreciate for the one. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a Euro against USD now. So as first stream asked for that, then I'm gonna return to the other my currencies which I pre-selected. So Euro USD. So starting with a daily time frame. Okay, so it's kind of similar picture with the Euro against Australian. Yeah, more or less they have a quite positive correlation between Euro USD and Euro Australian dollar, so it looks like a bit similar-ish. However, yeah, it does. So the price came down. So the price came down and tested this low, and it's stalled in here, very similar to. Okay. Yeah, so the this one is stalled down to this level, and it's a matter of fact, if it's gonna, let's go to a shorter time frame, see what we have on the shorter time frame. Okay, so on a shorter time frame, it looks pretty. Yeah, it does look bearish. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Yeah, this one looks slightly different than the Euro against Aussie, because it came to test these lows already. So it came to test these lows. Okay, let me have a look at the. I'll have a look at and compare the Euro against Australian dollar and this one to see the difference between them. Let's go to the Euro against Australian dollar. I think there was a low. The lows down there has not been tested, and I tested as well. Okay. Okay, stalling. Let's see the daily time frame on this one, because they're looking a bit similar. Okay, now this daily time frame it pushed quite high before this. Okay. Okay, the difference is in the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, they do look a bit different. On the Euro against USD, it already pushed quite low, and it's already tested down to these lows as well. Let's go to 4-hour time frame again. This one looks like more like a waiting game on this one, even though it does look weak, and maybe it will continue to fall. The only potential for this one, I'll be looking for the short side. And the other thing to keep in mind, we do have this 4-hourly nice bullish candle with yeah, almost no tails in there, no wick. Okay, let's go to 1-hour time frame and see how we're gonna approach trading this. If price is pretty close to this level as well. Okay, in this particular case, I personally really like Euro against Aussie more than the Euro against USD, so personally would not trade at this point. This is very choppy as well, but the Euro against Aussie looks better than the Euro against USD as of the trading towards short side. So in this case, in order for me to trade this currency, yeah, it needs to do quite a lot of work before it's because it doesn't really demonstrating up or down, even though we do have no, it's actually we don't even have the clear trend, so it's very choppy range, and the price already came down to this level and it tested already multiple times, so it doesn't really look particularly good. So I would personally would not trade this currency. I wouldn't want to see break of either. If I would trade lower, I want to see the break of this level before I take the short trade. But for now, even on the day trades, it does not look yeah, I don't like this one. It's too choppy. Even on a shorter time frames, it does looking way too choppy. So I personally wouldn't trade. It has to do a lot of things, a lot of work before it gets me interested to trade. And certainly because we're on Friday, it's unlikely to, unless something happens. But for now, I don't. Yeah, I don't like to. I don't see any opportunity for the trading of this one unless maybe. If the price comes now, I don't see any opportunity for the short one as of the day trades. Maybe a short-term long trade as of the day trades for the long side, but very unlikely as well. So I don't really see any opportunity for trading this particular pair yet, unless maybe the price pushes up strongly up to this level. Now, if we go a bit further up, maybe up to this level, so 22. Yeah, maybe I would have traded alongside if the price shows a lot of strength, a lot of momentum towards upside, and it comes up to this level with a very strong bullish candle, then I would have traded this one. But as of the day trade opportunities, maybe up to this level up here, but yeah, it has to do a lot of work before it's has to come up and then retrace, so it's too much. It will be quite uncertain, will be very inaccurate for me to mention any entries, the targets or the stop losses at the moment. So I would say just sit and wait on this currency and see how it's gonna go. The Euro against Aussie looks better in this case rather than Euro against USD. This is too yeah, it doesn't look as good. Okay, so let's go back to the charts. So getting this support level. So the first stream is asking this support level on USD is at and resistance level. Yeah, I already mentioned what I think. So personally, I would yeah, I would not trade on this one, even though 780. So this support down to. Yeah, the support is down that level, but we can see it tested already multiple times, and it's every time it tested it failed to break this this support level, even though it's sort of a big trend in a way, looking like the down, but we've been chopping around for quite a long time now, so this is a bit more uncertain. It's very undecided that where the price wants to go. Maybe it will go down, or maybe just maybe it will push higher and go high, but for now I can't really tell where the price wants to go, even on the range on this one is not that good, and because we are sitting on today's Friday, end of the week is it doesn't really want me to trade this currency unless the price does something else, and then we analyze and look at it as of the day trade potential. So I don't really see any opportunities on this one. Hello Diaz, Euro pairs really look bearish in the daily and 4 hour time frame. I was looking for the short signals too. Okay, yeah, as of the euros, they do look weak. However, the euro against Australian dollar, I'm looking more of a short trade. They look better set up on the euro against Aussie, euro against USD, not so much. I haven't seen in the other pairs towards euro, but I'm sure they do look week. So what else we got? Ehab, hello Ehab. Do you read my message? Which message can you read? I can't stream your video. Okay, now it works. Okay, I think USD will break this support. Sang is saying, yeah, it could break the support, but we will not know until potentially next week, because we want to we need to see the daily time frame to close, which is not going to happen until until next week pretty much. George, today there are a couple of important events in calendar for the euro. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at the news as well. I think Euro Audi is not a good trade for Friday unless today is Euro events make a strong move. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, thank you for this. Okay, so yeah, first stream, you're welcome. No problem. So let's have a look at the news. Euro. Okay, we do have the German prelim. So this is a GDP today. So at 9 o'clock. So it's only not that far away. This one does not create much crazy volatility on this one. As of the what is it say? It's not a good trade for Friday unless today's Euro events make a strong move. Euro GDP events are today. Yeah, correct. It's 10 a.m. Oh, 10 a.m. I got 9 a.m. Okay, depending where you look, but on the UK time is 9 a.m. according to the Forex. Now, let me refresh that. It shows. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, 9 a.m. in here. It does create some volatility, but it does not generally create some major volatility on the for the German prelim GDPs. But we're gonna see that. However, according to the technicals and what I see is I do see the potential shorts, depending how long it's gonna take to, if the price decides to come up at level, the one I mentioned, I think it was 67.60, and if it's gonna take good another 4 hours, I'm probably not gonna trade this one because it's gonna take a bit too long. However, if it comes up in the next hour at this level at 67.60, then I will give it a try, because the risk reward is still good. The risk reward is good, and even if it does not work out, then it's only a probability. So I'm willing to take that trade if it's not gonna take about 4 hours to play out this trade. Then I would most likely leave it. But if it's gonna work out this hour or the next hour, then I will be taking this trade. If the market's gonna give me the setup. Okay. Have a good trend and the biggest profit. Thank you. So okay, so we did already Euro against USD and USD Canada. So we got USD Canada. So let's jump into the USD CADs. Okay, we can close this one. Usdcad. Oh, we also have a news on the US dollar side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. This is a core retail sales. Also, it doesn't create too much volatility on this one, so it's we're gonna see. So far, the market's looking quiet so far, but it's you never know. It might start moving. Much depending how it's going to play out today. It's still early, so we do still have quite a bit of time to see what's going to happen. Yeah, the price is still pushing down, does it? Okay, so the price been pushing down for the yesterday, and as we can see today is trying to push further down. So let's go, let's see a bit closer what this potential will be going on. 1,4000. Okay, we need to go to the shorter time frame. Let's go to 4-hourly time frame. Yeah, the price is pushing down, so it does looking pretty nice on a 4-hourly time frame. Now we came to this 4-hourly support down here, and yeah, the decent support down to this level. So let's see what the price gonna do, if it's gonna break it this level and continue fall. Okay, we do have this 4-hourly down at this level as well, at 39.90 zone. We can potentially target that. Okay, let's see 1-hourly time frame, see what we have in that 1-hourly time frame. Yeah, so far this is going nicely towards downside as of the shorter time frames goes. On the 4-hourly and daily time frame, it does looking pretty decent. The nice strong bearish candles, and also this hourly so far looking good. Obviously this is not closed for another half an hour, and we're gonna see how it's gonna do. So 39.90 was potential for the next. Okay, so I'm looking for what the price gonna do and the potential entry for me to short this currency, potential to short this at this occasion. This one is gonna be more like the day trade opportunity, up down to the 139.90 for the potential for the next 4-hourly support down there. So let's have a look. So we have this 1-hourly support down here. So if the price comes down here, okay, so price comes down at 140.16, then a bit of retracement would be good. 140.30. Okay, so what I would be looking on this one, if the price continues to fall like it's doing right now, so it's going nicely towards the downside. If it comes down to this level and closes to something like this strong bearish candle, so far it's looking good. So I want to see a nice bearish close like this bearish candle is would be ideal. If it puts something like this one down to this level, then I will be looking for the retracement. Only about 15 pip, roughly about 15 pip retracement would be good, especially if it puts in this nice bearish candle. That means that the sellers are taking charge. So we can give it a try if the price gives, if it retraces up to around 140.30 zone. So we do have this nice level in here. So there's a lot of price action going on. So it's a good area to target for the entry. And our target's gonna be at 139.90, so we're looking for the entry at 140.30 and 139.90, so we're looking 40 pip gain. So let's have a look at the stop loss. So we're going to 140.30. Let's see how we need. Okay, 15 pips gonna be tight. Okay, this one needs about 20. Ideally on this one you're gonna have a 20 pip stop loss. 20 pip stop loss. We want to position our stop losses somewhere around up to this level, so we'll be higher than this spike high, which gives, with a 40 pip gain, we are looking for a 1 to 2 risk rewards. But as you know, I'm not really happy with the 1 to 2 risk rewards, so I might tweak the trades, maybe give it a shorter, tighter stop loss, but run it to the same target. So for now it's looking good. So again, the price has to come down to this level at another 10-12 pips. Close nicely bearish, then we would be looking retracement up to this 140.30 level with about 20 pips stop loss. So I'm going to write the levels in the chat box, so do not worry if you missed or if you did not get the levels in here. So okay, let's write the So this is Usdcad. Usdcad type would be sell. Entry was 140.30. But keep in mind that the price has to come down first at about 140.16 zone and a nice bearish close. Then we can wait for the retracement to the 140.30 zone. So entering here, stop loss is 20 pips. If you feel a bit more adventurous, you can give it a 15 pip stop loss. Probably that's what I'm gonna do, depending if I get it, unless I get a better entry a bit further up, then I will give it 20 pips. And the target is at 39.90. So this is more like a day trade on this one. Is it on buy side? Okay, it's got sell, entry, stop loss, and target. Okay, so this is for the USD CAD. Hello, Saish. So euro against Japanese yen. Is it on the buy side? Okay, let's have a look at the euro and Gbpjpy. So I'm gonna have a look at the euro Gbpjpy. Let's see what we have on euro. Japanese yen. See what we have on that side. Okay. Okay. Let's go further up with the prices. The price came up and came down to this level. Okay, is it on a buy? Is it buy side? Why is it? Okay, is it on a buy side? Okay, I would probably. So as of the daily time frame, so the price came. So the price tested the trend line, then came down. So it looks like a retracement, but as of the big trend goes. Looking down, but before we make conclusions, so the price came down yesterday, test this lows down here, this on a daily time frame, and it's already took out. Yeah, it has taken out this spike low down here, but we close it as a sort of a doji candle, like a kind of hammering away. And let's go to the short time frame, see what we have on the shorter time frame. So 4-hour time frame. Okay, I will not say on a buy side. I will not position yet to the buy side. Yeah, no, I will not looking for to buy this one yet as of. Yeah, there's too much going on. It's still I see still a lot of down pressure yet, so I will not buy that one yet. But let's have a look at the 1-hourly time frame before. Okay, so the price came down here, so that was this daily support level. It took out that daily support, and then it's just having a bounce. Let's go to 1-hour time frame. Okay. I do like seeing this 1-hour, this bullish candles in here. It does looking good, but this is 1-hourly time frame, and as the price is doing this kind of moves towards downside, I would wait before I jump into the buy side on this one, and not yet. And the next decent support I see. Okay, so the price is now at this level in here, so it tested that level. Yeah, I would not rush into buying this one yet. I see a bit too much downside in this one. Yeah, so 4-hourly looking to down. We had this nice move, and then we had this what would potentially would have been a retracement up until to this level, but then we can see the price continue to fall. So it went too far. It came down to this this support level, which is the same as on the daily time frame. So I'm thinking what we can do with this one if we can trade, but for now I don't see. Yeah, I don't see any yet. So in order for me to get into the buy side, the first I will be looking only if I get into the buy side, that will be a day trade. That's first, but as of in order for me to do the take the day trade towards the long side, the price has to show the strength and definitely push much higher and put something like these candles, these bullish candles. I want to see this sort of bullish candles before I jump into the long side, and that will be only for the day trade yet, and not the swing. It might change, but for now. So let's say if the price comes up and nicely may tick out this high in here and also demonstrates the strengths and put something like this candle, then I can look for the long side opportunities for maybe up to this level 116.35, or actually we can use the 4-hour time frame. Actually 116, yeah, 116.35, but it doesn't look that good. I don't think it's going to work out on risk reward wise, but so far I would leave this one alone yet. It has to do quite a bit of work before it gets me interested towards a buy side, and if even the price is to come up around 116.14, then maybe retracement to 11600, and we're looking for the target at 116.35. So it's a bit. I can't really mention any the entries, the targets, and the stop losses in this one. It has to do quite a bit of work yet for me to get me interested on this one yet. Yeah, I don't see. So it has to come up and tick out this high and strong bullish candles. Then I would be looking to take the trade, but there's other certain requirements it has to meet, such as like risk reward and all that. So it's a lot of quite a few things to fulfill before it gets me interested. So far, it doesn't look like yet. So yeah, I would wait for this one before it does any moves for the upside. So I wouldn't rush into getting to the long side yet on that one. So is it on buy side? So yeah, I did answer that. And again, Trump threatens now to cut trades. So EHUB, yeah, Trump is not really helping on the US dollar against China, because he did say they completely cut out the China. This next week will be zombie market, exactly like last week. Yeah, could be. It could be. So the Trump does not really help much, because with the tweets and all that with the China war trades, so trade wars going on. So, but that doesn't mean that everything's gonna be on the zombie market. It could be, but even for this week, there was still some opportunities to trade. So I'm sure we're gonna have something for the next week. It's probably gonna be not so good for the swing trades. So that's the one thing I can say. Probably not gonna be good for the swing trades. And I'm sitting actually on the 2 swing trades at the moment, and they do chopping around and not really doing much at the moment. But I do think there's gonna be some day trading opportunities for the next week. But then again, Trump might tweet something which can react, which market can react on it. So we can't really say it for certain. Saish, thanks, bro. No problem, Saish. You're welcome. British pounds, Japanese yen. Okay, British. Let's go to GBP, US, Japanese yen. Daily time frame. GBP, JPY. Okay, so not much. Okay, it looks a bit different than Euro against Japanese yen, but still, yeah, British pounds, Japanese yen, it does not also looking that exciting. So the price did came out, tested this low, and actually took out that low quite far away. So it got down to this, we got this spike, but then the price went up and closed as sort of a doji or spinning top candle as of the yesterday. So let's go to the shorter time frame. I think I was looking at this one earlier. I'm looking better than Euro against Japanese yen. Bit better. So this is a 4-hourly time frame. The price fall, and then we had this bounce up here, and then the price is still pushing down. So it tested this lows down here. So we have these lows, and pretty much the similar picture to Euro against Japanese yen. So it doesn't really they're not really moving much on this. Okay, on a 1-hour time frame, it does looking still the same. Yeah, I would say on the British pounds against Japanese yen, it looks pretty similar to the Euro against Japanese yen. So I can't really see much of a trade opportunities on this case in here. So most likely gonna do the same thing. If I get into the buy side, the prices to come up, and most likely gonna take out this high with a strong bullish candles. Then I will be looking for the potential long side. I don't see that one happening for today. And as of the short one is a different story. The short one has to do a lot more. So yeah, I don't actually see anything on the British pounds against Japanese yen either. Yeah, when I looked at this one, it was a couple of hours ago. The price was down at so at this support level, around this level down here. But now I'm looking at we did have this move for the last hourly candle, and it's already pushed too far down. So yeah, this is not very favorable to trade with on this occasion. So this is a waiting game. So unlikely if it's going to work out today, because it has to do quite a lot of work before it gets me interested. So similar to the Euro against the Japanese yen. So no levels on this one either. So only levels I did mention. Morning, Chris. Yeah, looks steady. Yeah, so I did. So I covered all of the currencies. Yeah, if you got. Yeah, guys, if you got any questions or the currencies, just shoot in the chat, then I will have a look. I'll look on that one. So far the potentials were, I think, Euro against Aussie and USD CAD for the potentials, but yeah, it doesn't mean it's gonna work out, or the market's gonna give us the setup on this particular case. So this is just what the potential could be a potential trade. So I'm gonna go back to the Euro against Aussie, Euro against Australia. Yeah, Euro against Aussie. See how this one is doing. Let's go to 1 hourly time frame. Okay, so it's still sitting in the same spot. Nothing really much. It's not doing much. Okay, let's have a look at the news. I already briefly covered it. So we have Euro side. Oh, we got in about 14 minutes. We got the German GDP out today. So not long to go. And then today we got the core retail sales, which they both doesn't create too much volatility. So it's not a major market mover, but it can create some volatility. Hopefully, it will be enough to maybe push a little bit. And we're gonna see on the Euro side what it's gonna do, if it's gonna push, give it some nudge on that one. But I don't think it's gonna do much. On I still see on the opportunity on this one if the price pushes up to this level at 67.60. So a lot of them are sit and wait currencies. So what else did I look earlier? So just euro against Australian. So euro GBP. Let's go euro against British pounds. Yeah, euro against British pounds. So let's analyze this one. I'm actually sitting a long trade on this euro against British pounds. So I'm long on this since I think 2 or 3 days ago. I took a long trade on the British pound, euro against British pounds. This is a swing trade, and we're looking good, but we can see now for the last, especially last 2 days, the market has not really moved much. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. See what we have to put in there. Yeah, it's in the choppy range, so we can see it in here. It doesn't really moving much. So when I was looking at this one on, it was Monday or Tuesday, I think it was one of them, either Monday or Tuesday. I think I took it on Tuesday, and they saw this. We had this a really nice move, and the momentum was towards upside. And then we had the nice retracement, which I go in to the long side and somewhere down to this level. And then the price started chopping around. So it came up, and now we see that the price is chopping around. It's not really doing much. So maybe next week it's going to do something, hopefully. Because my targets, this is swing trade, so the target is far away. If you are watching my live Daily Forex Analysis, it probably if you would have taken this trade as well, maybe if you follow my trades. So let's go to, so Sage is asking Australian dollar against Swiss franc. Okay, let's have a look at the Aussie against the Swiss franc. AUD CHF. Let's see what we have now doing a Swiss franc. Okay, you're looking sell on that one. Yeah, there's a lot of indecision, a lot of indecision going on there on this one. So on the daily time frame, we pushed up here, so it tested on this high in here. So it tested this this resistance up here, so made sort of a lower high in a way. And the price pushed a little bit down, and for the last 2 days it's been chopping around. So let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, so let's put this, we do have this sort of trend line in a way going on in here. Okay, we can put this one, so we can put this in here. Okay, so we have this trend line up on the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, so it doesn't really look. Let's go to 1-hourly time frame up here. Okay, so it's hand drilling this this trend line in here. As of the sell side for that one. Okay, price going. So okay, price came down and tested this support level in here, and it's not really doing much. Okay, so I do want to see price pushing further down. Okay, let me have a proper look. 60 to 75 down to maybe this level 62. $60 to $50. Yeah, it looks like similar, but on the other side, I can the only way I can justify the short trade in here if the price pushes down, maybe down to actually no, the 60 to 50 would be potential target on this one. So, Yeah, I don't think that will be even a good. The only way I can justify for the taking the short trade if the price pushes down down to around this level, which is about 62, 65 zone, and I do want to see a strong bearish candle before. So I want to see a strong bearish candle close and then a retracement upside. But I'm looking for the target for the 62.50, which if the price comes down at 62.60, actually it's 62.60, 60, then a retracement. Retracement up to the 60 to 75 with the 50. We're only looking for the 25 pip target on that one, which is not that very good unless we're gonna have a super tight stop loss. So I would, yeah, I don't see really a good opportunity on this one to I can't really justify taking a trade with the 25 pip stop loss unless I have like something like 7 pip stop loss, which is going to be too tight. You need to keep in mind that we also have the spreads, so it's going to even make it even tighter, something like 5 pips, and this is a Aussie against Swiss franc, so spread's probably going to be I don't know, 2 pips depending on the broker. So I can't really justify the taking a trade on this one. Yeah, it's going to be way too tight, and I can't really have a further away target because considering the volatility, which is not much, and just playing around, so price is not really doing much, the markets are not really doing much, then that means you're going to leave the trade, which is going to be over the weekend, and if we're going to have something like 6-7 pips stop loss, then the markets might gap and we're going to suffer a lot of slippage, so it's definitely not it's not worth it. So I can't really see an opportunity, even though it can work out for the short side, but I can't really see taking a trade on this one either. Yeah, okay. Chris Flat, always risky trading Swiss franc. I think the markets in general, taking the trade in general, is already, we put out the risk. So anything carries a risk, it's just bigger or smaller, really. So, but the Swiss francs, yeah, they do tend to move a bit, depending which side of which the other crosspair is. But they do carry a risk, same as any high volatile the currencies, such as like Euro against Australian dollar, for instance. They move a lot. That's one of the reasons why I like them. And British pounds against Japanese yen, these similar pairs, they do move. The pip range on that one is very, very good. But once you get into the right side of the market, then when it's going to start basically making money in that sense, making the pips out of it. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, it's Friday, never good. Fridays is more like the sort of a day trades or maybe scalp trades. I don't do personally scalp trading, but the day trades can be good. And I've seen the Fridays where the Fridays actually could be a best day out of the all best day of the week, but it doesn't happen very often. Rarely. So we're gonna see in the next couple of hours if it's gonna be any change. If it's not gonna happen any change up until probably midday, and after midday it's gonna be maybe less likely to the market to pick up, unless the Trump tweets something on his account and then everything goes to hell. So you never know. You can't really guess on that one, because he does the very unpredictable with his tweets, so never know what's gonna tweet, and that can create some kind of volatility. So let's hope on that. Like this. yeah, guys, if you like this video, please smash that like. It really helps my channel to grow, and it really helps to support me. So that likes, it does mean a lot to me. So just smash that like, everyone. So far 7 likes. So I've got 17 people watching. So do smash that like. It helps my channel to grow and also supports me, and it also helps me to, gives me more motivation to make even more videos. And yeah, that's good. So yeah, good old Trump. Yeah, right. True. And yeah, so if you're new to the channel as well, make sure to hit the subscribe. I'm doing this live daily forex analysis Monday to Friday, 8 AM UK time, and I do upload a lot of other videos such as weekly forex analysis and the videos about the knowledge you need to improve your trading, about mindset and all that. I do have one coming up about this weekend, so I'll be uploading the what was the title? You're right. Okay, so the title, I can't remember the title. I think it was the five things you should not do in order for you to be profitable in the markets. I'm not sure if it's the right title. I just got it written down and have a look at it now. But I think that will be helpful. So I'm going to be concentrating more on that as well, because I do think it's very important to the mindset is yeah, pretty much everything. 80% mindset, if not more. So you've got 20% of the technicals and fundamentals and all that, your strategy and all that goes in there, but that's only 20%. What is the what makes you money is your basically your mindset. So you need to get the mindset right. So mindset is very important. But I do see a lot of traders, especially new traders, they look for that high win rate strategies, which is yeah, which is not good. The high win rate strategy not gonna make you money if you can't develop the trader mindset. That's very important. And yeah, unfortunately, a lot of new traders, they go into these high win rate strategies, and that they think that it will make them money. But unfortunately, that's why a lot of people lose a lot of money, and that's why the 90, more than 90%, depending on the brokerage, but it has like 90% fail rate. So that's one of the reason. Risk management and a lot of other things as well. But yeah. Oh, can't remember. So I'll be uploading. Okay, guys. So I'm not seeing. Thank you, George, for your time. Yeah, you're welcome. First stream. And welcome. So we do have technically half an hour. So if I see any more questions or any the currencies you want me to have a look, then I will be staying for this half an hour. However, if I don't see any more questions or any more requests, then I will give it about a few minutes, and if no one is asking anything, then I will be signing out. So let's give it a couple of minutes and see. I know the markets are pretty quiet, so it's not really much going on, especially, and today is Friday as well, so probably. So oh, it's 9 o'clock now. So let's see what's going on. What's the GDP? Okay. So 9 AM, so minus 2.2. Let's see if we got any. Okay, this is right. Let's see what's going on. Was it Euro? Which one was this? CHF. Which one did I analyze before? I can't remember. So yeah, so British pound, Japanese yen. Euro against the Japanese yen, right? Yeah, Euro against Japanese yen. Yeah, it doesn't really move much on the Euro side. Let's go to Euro. Yeah, I don't think the Gbpjpy doesn't really move. Yeah, it doesn't really did much. So it's a couple of pips pushed a little bit. Let's go to 5-minute time frame, see what we have. Yeah, it doesn't even create any volatility really. So yeah, let's go to I'm with ECM broker in Aussie, but I'm in the UK. Okay. Do you have a channel? So ECN, yeah, that's still good. ECN broke out. To make sure that it's you should have you probably would have checked already that it's regulated. So that's the main thing. But the I mean, it's nothing wrong to have the Australian broker or the US broker. So it's nothing wrong with that as long as it meets your requirements. So yeah, it's nothing wrong with that at all. First room is asking, do you have a Telegram group or Discord? No, at the moment I do not have, but the oh, actually I created the Discord account, but I have not. It's not active yet, so I'm gonna be. That's just something I'm gonna look for a bit more in the future because I'm very busy at the moment, so I'm doing a lot of things, and I don't want to multitask too much. So then my attention is gonna go too thin, and I don't want that. But that's in the future. I will be definitely making the Discords. For now, what I'm planning. I already checked the Telegram as well as Discord, but so far I do like the Discord more than Telegram, so it's gonna be the Discords, but more in the future. Sang is asking US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, let's have a look at the USD JPY. So let's go USD JPY. See what we have on the USD JPY. Don't think much going on the USD JPY because I'm monitoring this trade. Oh yeah, actually I'm long. Am I long? Yeah, I got the two swing trades open, which is one is a euro against GBP, British pounds, and the other one is this one, US dollar against Japanese yen. So again, when I took this trade, they were looking pretty good, but now it's kind of messed. Yeah, it's messed up a bit. And it looks like that maybe the actually price will roll over. I'm long on both of them, but they are swing trades, not the day trades. So the potential for the upside. So let's have a look at the. Yeah, it's a similar picture. They're not really doing much. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. If we find any day trade, maybe day trade opportunities. If okay, so the 4-hour time frames, price pushed up again. So this one came down. Has broken this one. Okay, so we are tested this support level down to this level, and we had this nice bounce, and now the price is pushing it down again. Okay, let's go to 1 hour time frame, see what we have. Okay. So let's go. Yeah, the software price is pushing down. Right, let's see how far. Now let's have a look at where the prices might be heading for the potential to identify where that's. So exactly the 106.90 could be the next potential, but we are 20, not even 20 pips. Okay. Oh, right. So the price is. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, price is testing this support level down here. So let's see. Yeah, I don't really can't really see potential for the trade. I see the small potential for the trade, but it's just not worth taking the trade because there's too many obstacles to hurdle through. So we do have this 4-hour support. The only way I would trade this one if the price pushes further down, maybe down to this level. Then again, the retracement somewhere where up to this. No, that's too far. Okay, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, price needs to push down to around. Oops. No, it doesn't even work out that way. So yeah, no, I don't see any potential for this one either for the USD Japanese yen. It has to do quite a bit, and like in order for me to take a short trade, the price needs to push further down around maybe down to this 10700 or a little bit further, actually 106.95, then a retracement to somewhere around 107.05, but the target's gonna be at 106.90, so we're looking only like something like 15 pip gain, which is it's not good, with a stop loss as well. So the only way I can justify is having a 5 pip stop loss, which is way too tight. So definitely no for this one yet. Yeah, I can't really see much going on this one. Oops, what is that? Yeah, it was looking so good like a few days ago. If you follow my trades, it made this. Oh, what's wrong with this one? Okay, so on the, what was it, Monday, 11th of May. I don't know what's the 11th. Which one was it? Monday, I think. Was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. It was looking, when this the Monday candle closed, it was so good, looking so strong towards bearish side. It has broken this trend line as well, and for the Tuesday, price started to make its way down pretty nicely, as I was expecting to make its way down to these lows, and that's where I took the trade towards the long side. So potential for the swing, and then for Wednesday, Thursday, and also today is not really doing much. So it just basically ruined these nice moves. So I just like sit and wait and see how it's gonna work out. So potentially, probably most likely gonna be is for the next week. So yeah, waiting game, a lot of waiting game for today and for the next week. So all right. Telegram gets hacked a lot, George. Okay, thanks, Chris. Good to know that. Actually, I didn't know that. Telegram. So we're gonna stay away from Telegram then. Eugene runs with this spy, right? Right, okay. Sarang is asking, it's break my structure, so I would like to take a buy trade from the next potential support. I mean, buy trades. Yeah, personally, that's just my opinion. I would wait a bit long. I would wait before I take in the long trade. When I took the long trade on this one, it was looking good at that time, but it did mess it up. So I would personally wait. But of course, that's your call, not mine. I can only advise and suggest what I think and what's my opinion on that. So personally, I would wait for the push higher. Rather than before getting into the long trades, because this candle is looking pretty strong. For this one, last hour already is pushing down nicely. Yeah, so that's my personal opinion on that. Let's go back to John. Says hi. Hello, John. So what we have, so we do have still about 20 minutes, guys. So I know the currency pairs, they don't looking pretty much interesting. I just analyzed already, I don't remember how many already, probably 6-7 currencies, but they're looking like it's not the exciting day today, let's say that way. So first stream is saying I'm off, George. Goodbye, first stream. So I hope to see you next week on the live Daily Forex Analysis. Have a good weekend. So yeah, the week today doesn't look, not even today, yesterday, and the day before as well. For the second half of the week, it does not looking as doesn't really give the more opportunity. So let's see what's gonna be next week. Anyway. Thanks, George. Anyway, I like your smile. Thank you, Sarang. Thank you. I'll try to smile a lot, but generally I'm more serious when I start doing, especially when I need a lot of concentration, such as like analyzing the markets. I don't smile at all, and maybe for some people that seems like, oh, you're too serious, too grumpy, but actually I'm not. So yeah, Chris saying LL. So yeah, that's as of the markets. I'm thinking like which one to analyze? What else we can analyze? What else we can analyze? Does anyone has any Saish? You're welcome, Saish. So yeah, see you on Monday, and yeah, I will be uploading the videos over the weekend. So don't worry, you can still sort of see me in a way, not on a live stream, but I will be putting out videos on a weekend as well. That's the weekends generally for me is quite busy, so still what weekend? So how many can I say analyze? Let's go. So I'll give it yeah, I'll give it about a couple of minutes, and if no one is asking or no currency request, which I do understand is for today is pretty quiet. So I do understand there is not really much going on so far. And it's probably going to be more like next week. See how the market's gonna pick up, and if something's gonna happen during the week. Hopefully, the market's gonna start moving because when the volatility is our friends, because when the markets are volatile, there is more opportunities and more trades to be found. So yeah. And trend is your friend as well. That's another thing. Trend is your friend. I used to trade like on my sort of first beginning of my early trading days. I used to kind of end up to take the counter trend trades all the time, which, as you know, it does not usually works out good. Your feed keeps cutting out. Good or bad? Okay. Okay, Chris, I will see you on Monday, hopefully on Monday on my next live stream. Have a great weekend, Chris. So yeah, feed cutting up, that sucks. Okay, so... So guys, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, if you find it very helpful or you find it interesting, give that video a like. It really helps my channel to grow. It really helps me to support me as well, and helps my channel to grow. So it will mean a lot if you're gonna like this video. And as I said, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe. I do upload content every single day, so you will find good content on that one, as well as your feedbacks are welcome. So I will try to improve and work on that too. How much? So Sang is asking, how many trades do you take in a day? Do you mean in general how many trades I do take a day, or as of today? So if it's just referring to today, I have not taken any trades yet. It's pretty quiet, and it very depends as how many trades I do take a day. It very depends. Depends on the market, because it's not up to my choice. It's not depends on me. If the market gives me an opportunity, then I will take the trade. However, if it's nothing really going on, then yeah, I'm gonna just wait and see until the market gives me an opportunity. But typically, yeah, I can't even say the typical result. In a week, it can be 4 trades, it can be 6, 7, 8 trades, depends. And keep in mind that I do day trades and the swing trades, so I do both of them. I don't do scalp trades. I find the scalp trading, it takes too much time, but I do swing and day trades. Swings comes more rarely than day trades, but I do end up taking, I don't know, 4, 6 trades, depends a week. So it can be, as of average, it could be 1 a day or 2 a day, but sometimes nothing happens for 2-3 days. Maybe I don't take any trades, and then at the second half of the week I might take 3 or 4 trades. So it really depends. I can't really say the exact number. It really depends on the yeah, depends on a week, depends on a day, depends on the market volatility. So it's a lot of dependency on the markets. So Chris is saying, and you don't keep safe, but okay, great. So yeah, and the one thing is you don't have to always trade. I know that for me as well, I wanted to look for the trades. I wanted to be in the trade all the time. So especially that's a struggle for the new traders, especially if you're used to like the active lifestyle. Let's say you're working some kind of job where you're always active and you are busy all the time, then you kind of impose that one into the market when you start trading, and it can backfire because you want to be active and you're just sitting and basically clicking with your mouse. So it's not really active, and then you feel like you're not doing much and you're just trying to look for the trades and forcing the market to do your do that you want the market to do, which generally the market doesn't do that. So you can't really force the wheel onto the markets, and it does backfire. And I was in that as well. I wanted to look for the trades and then jumping to the trades and taking trades which are not worth taking, but that's like the learning curve, so of speak. So if you're in the cash, that's a good thing. It's better to be flat on your account rather than to be in the red. So yeah. Okay, so I will be signing out, guys. I don't see more questions, and we only have 10 minutes, so I don't see any more questions. So I will be signing out, and yeah, today's Friday, so that will be the last live Daily Forex Analysis for today. But we're gonna be coming back not tomorrow, next week on Monday. So I'll be here on Monday on a live Daily Forex Analysis. Again, if you like this video, make sure to smash that like and show the support. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe. I do upload content every single day, and there's gonna be more content coming up on the weekends as well. So such as swing trading, I'm gonna do weekly forex analysis, as well as gonna be another video for the title I mentioned before. So yeah, I will be signing out. I like to swing trade too much better than scalping. Yeah, Chris, definitely agree. I do love swing trades. Definitely scalping. I've tried it before, and I find it very stressful personally. It just you have to be sitting next to the screen too much. So personally, I do find it too much. So that's why I switched to day trades and the swing trades. I find them, especially swing trades, you only need to look at the markets like, I don't know, once a day, depending what time frames you're looking, but generally it's like once a day, or if you're trading with higher time frames, like once a week. So the profit wise, it works out better on the swing trades than on the day trades, but I do day and swing. So okay guys, I'll be signing out, and I will see you on my next live Daily Forex Analysis, which is going to be on Monday. And have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on next week. Have a great weekend. Freeze. Screen froze.